A story of romance, love, and art set right here in Boston. The hilarious new play, K-I-S-S-I-N-G, tells the heartwarming and hilarious story of Lala, a high school-aged budding artist diving headlong into that wincingly awkward milestone known as first love.
I wanted to celebrate tonight with a burger because tomorrow I go to school and get made fun of or ignored or pitied. So excuse me if I don't believe you when you tell me I'm attractive, but right now I look the worst I've ever looked in my entire life. You're a liar and you're weird and you're rude. I was here first, so just disappear now.
I'm gonna go.
K-I-S-S-I-N-G comes from Boston native and playwright Lanelle Moise, who says she was inspired by rom-coms, humid summers, and PDA to write what director Don M. Simmons calls a love letter to Boston. Don M. Simmons joins me now, as does the actor we just saw playing Lala, Regan Sims. Welcome to both of you.
Hello. Hello, thank
We're
you.
all still laughing about the show.
Yes,
I saw this opening night and I loved it, as did so many of my colleagues and the theater goers. There's so much love for this show. I'll start with you.
Yeah.
This is awkward. It's love. We identify with it. It's all the things. How do you see this story?
I see it as such a brave and bold journey into a Black love story. Lanelle is so smart at writing for young people, and it has been so easy to slip into because I feel like I relate and identify with Lala so much to the point where it like bubbles up and is just this giddy energy that I have as an adult but also had as a teenager. So it's been a whirlwind of love and joy.
Well, Don, this is a world premiere that was it commissioned? How did it come to fruition?
Well, so Lanelle has been on this track for a while. It was commissioned in one place. She came to the Huntington, was part of their Playwriting Fellows program, worked on it there as well. And then I think she's been sort of workshopping this over the last few years. And then Charles, who is the director of new work there, brought it to the front porch when we started our residency. And we
That is your theater company that you co-founded.
Yes. Right. I should be better at this, right? Brought it to us, the Front Porch Arts Collective in residence at the Huntington. And we there was so much joy when we read it. There was so much just giggling and surprise and love and warmth. And we just knew we had to do it. And so that's how it wound up with us.
You know, one of the things that struck me as I was watching that night was here, ostensibly, we're watching a 15, 16-year-old, but played by adult actors. And I was thinking about this so much after that I don't think it matters what age this happens, these first connections happen. Isn't it always awkward? Is this what makes it universal?
Yes, it's always awkward. It's always messy. There's always a little fumbling into falling in love. I mean, that's why they call it falling, because it's kind of with reckless abandon. And I feel like it's taught me a lot about myself as a human and as a person that also it craves love and joy, and finding that in another person, in companionship and friendship and romantic relationships. But I feel like it's been a pleasure to work with adults that are also trying to figure out these complex and complicated emotions. It's been a pleasure.
And part of this, the magic here, is the chemistry that you all have in these pairings. And I'll ask you about the series of duets that we see. But how did you find that did you have to find the chemistry? Was it there?
It was already there. First, we had a workshop last summer.
In the summer.
And I met Shamarke and Ivan for the first time, and we clicked.
They play the twin brothers,
Donnie and Albert.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we clicked. The first reading, we were like, oh my goodness, this is going to be so much fun. Just being in the room with them. They're intelligent, brilliant, grounded, funny people. So it was so easy for me to jump into this world with Don and Lanelle, as well, because they have such a wonderful connection and relationship and understanding of this world. So I mean, so easy. There was so much ease and delight. Yeah.
I mean, I can't speak to that enough. Just putting all of these folks together in the room and then hearing it. And there was this moment where I'm like, I really don't have to do anything. Just let them say it. And it's good. Linnell's writing is incredible, but like your chemistry with everybody, I mean, I don't know. This was just a group that I'm like, there's no way. We paired this in a couple of different ways. And I'll tell you, like inside baseball, we had the boys switch on and off for the roles just to see what it was. And in any combination, it was just like, this is fantastic.
Well, that's what
It
happens when you have
crackles.
talent.
It is.
Well, I want to ask you about this structure that I mentioned just a moment ago, that we're really seeing this in a series of duets. It's Lala with each of the boys that she's
Yeah.
finding this
Yeah.
romantic relationship with, and then really kind of moving up the chain, and we see her parents.
Yeah.
What is so evocative about that structure?
I mean, I think it's a thing that we don't get to see a lot of in theater, in live performance. Just these really gorgeous swaths of two people talking. But that talking is so active in everything they're uncovering. I mean, we're not just listening to two people like read a phone book. They are actually, like, they are unpacking life. And I think because we see the adults at a young point in their lives, the kids at young points in their lives, it's when everything is so high stakes. And I love what Linnell charged us with, which was we get to feel big feelings. We get to take up space. We get to really sort of like just be present. And so then to have these scenes, these compact two people scenes that fill the entire stage. I mean, she charged us and we just filled it. We just filled the charge. Yeah.
So I want to go to opening night, which is when I saw this
So
show,
good.
and I try to not be hyperbolic, but I don't think I have ever been in an audience like that. It was so charged,
Yeah.
so electric. Everybody around me was having such a good time.
Yeah.
People were talking. They were responding to the stage because they were so moved. Was that something exceptional, or has that been happening every night since I left?
It has. That was an exceptional night because of we had so many family members
Yeah.
and friends and loved ones in the audience. So there was a lot of people rooting for us. But I will say that since we've started, people are bringing their loved ones and their families and their crushes to the theater. So I feel like there has continued to be this energy in the audience of people so excited and full of joy for us on stage because they can connect with it and identify with it so easily. And so it feels accessible and it feels alive every single night. So I've experienced so many wonderful audiences from opening. Opening was very exceptional, but yeah, it has just continued to blossom and flourish, and it's I really can't thank Boston enough because I'm from New York, so I my base is in New York, and I feel like I've met the theater base in Boston, and they're craving. I feel like they're craving a story like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I want to ask you about comedy, which makes it even harder. Every theater person, every actor I've ever spoken to has said comedy is way harder than drama. How about directing comedy?
Oh, yes. I think that it is way harder because you don't want to get in the way of it, right? And I think this is, again, what's so beautiful. Linnell has set up these jokes, these situations, right? It's our job not to like beat it over the head, but just to let it happen. And so a lot of this was about the pace. As long as everything is tight, right? That comedy is going to flow. The audience is going to laugh when they're supposed to, and then we're going to move on to the next thing. So it was really about like just keeping pace with those words and those emotions. Yeah.
What is it like to originate a role? You're the first person to ever play Lala. You set the standard for whomever comes after you.
Yeah, you did.
I love that. I feel such, I feel honored, I feel humbled, I feel such responsibility. And I feel like it's not just mine. I feel like I'm able to share it with the people that are on stage with me who are also originating their roles. And I feel so taken care of and so excited for where this wants to go next and for whoever plays Lala next. I charge them with love and with joy and with hope, because that's what Lala is for me. Lala is hope in being an artist and being in love, and having a full, bright future.
Well, I hear you, and I think a little bit of the stories I've heard about Austin Butler, who played Elvis in the movie, and how it was really hard for him to let Elvis go. I'm wondering, is it going to be hard for you to let Lala go?
With all of my roles, I've been acting for a while. They're always with me. A little piece of them is always with me because I learn from every single character that I play, and I feel like Lala's so close to Regan that I'm like, okay, like I feel I'll feel easy to let it go because she is also so me. Yeah, I love Lala, so she'll always be there.
And Don, before we go, I just want to ask you helped recognize that we needed this play in this moment. We all needed a really good laugh.
We needed a really good laugh. We needed a good laugh. We needed the love. We needed to be able to be in a space that was warm and inviting. And I wanted to go back to what you were saying about that opening night audience, because that is what I want for all of our audiences. We are here sharing this air together. And I love how polite we want to be as an audience. But what I want is for everybody to feel like that. When you get that, the way that people talked about it, how charged it was when they left, and that good feeling. Like, I think there's so much more to theater, and it can leave you sort of spiritually uplifted. The smiles, the love, and all the accolades that the show has gotten. Those opening night audiences and that kind of audience. Talking back, not too much. But like, be there with us.
Well, congratulations to both of you on the show. I saw you as I was walking out that night. I was going to say hello, but you were about 7 people, in the middle of 7 people deep. And I'll talk to her later, AKA right now.
I love it. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.